Hi guys, welcome to Nine Links. This is your host Alex. I'm just gonna give you a update on my modified greenhouse. Decided to change a little bit here and there. Made a small table, or you can say shelf for the propagations. So a couple things. After I got the greenhouse, I just keep having this urge to buy more plants. All right, so then I thought about it. Most of the time, most of the stuff that I collected, almost, all the stuff that I needed. I don't really need additional plants or the same kind of plants. I have a plenty. I have all the fragrance that I love, all the plants that the style that I like, how they grow and stuff. Maybe I'm pretty sure out there, if I go search around, I might be able to find a few more plants, but it's not worth my time anymore. I think these plants are plenty for me right now with my busy schedule. So we have a brief introduction again. That's neem tree, been pruned. Neem tree does not grow wintertime. It's more of a tropical, really tropical plant, like a, really hot zone. And then we have orange jasmine and a Chinese perfume tree, cymbidium, two cymbidiums over there and one right over here. And we have not orange jasmine, jasmine made of New Orleans, and this is to say regular silver sweet olive. That's the one. If you were buy online every time when you type in sweet olive osmanthus fragrant, most time you buy from Amazon or eBay, usually this type, the white flower. Now I did plant the 4 season ones in my backyard, and the gold sweet olive in the front yard, and the scarlet one died a long time ago, so not going to into that. Basically, this one was on sale. This huge. It's like this one is I'm most likely 4 or 5 years old. It was on discount for $35. Couldn't resist it, so I bought it back. I actually bought two of these, and one I planted front yard, and this one just keep it inside the greenhouse. And you can see how much flower it has been blooming in here. Fragrance is really calm, and I like calm fragrance, not very strong, not very pungent. I think that's the word for it. But anyway, the greenhouse, couple things I want to talk about. If any one of you guys want to get a greenhouse, really, I mean, this one I would say is not that bad. Could be worse, but this kind of greenhouse, you need to put a lot of extra effort in there to make it strong, make it sturdy, make it make it perfect. So one thing I do want to point out, huge thing, is if you want to use caulk guns, buy the construction. I'm not affiliated with this brand. Construction Adhesives Saiga brand. I've been using that adhesive for all the outside patio work and everything. But this time, decided to change a little bit. I saw the Home Depot sell those Alex $2 white caulk gun. I figured, you know what? It's a greenhouse, caulk gun is $2. The other one, Saiga construction adhesive, is $11. So I was like, let's, I'll be on the economical side. Caulk is caulk. I mean, the other one is adhesive, but I only need a caulk. So I was like, let's do that. And I bought like about 8 or 9 of them. If you look at my previous construction videos, so I went in and put all the caulk around the greenhouse. Now, will these caulk work? Yes, it will work. However, not that good. The moment I put it in, the second day, third day, and the fourth day, all rained. So some of them never stuck around, and some of them did. Like for example, like this one, it's dried up already, so it holds pretty well, and it fills the spot pretty well. However, the thing about these caulk gun is that not the silicone one. These one are acrylic. I think that's what they call it. I'm not sure, but when there's a motion or some kind of movement, especially these panels, when wind blows on it, you can see it moves. So it cracks the caulk. And long story short, if you're gonna put it in a good investment, get the expensive one. I mean, not too expensive. You can get regular clear silicone ones, the general GE kind, I think that's the name, and or you can just get an expensive one, construction adhesive. So let me show you something real quick. You see these guys, and see it all. I'm not gonna touch it. It's all actually, you can see it's moving. It's not dry. It never been dry. Some area did dry it up after a couple days, but most of them, the cure time is really long, 7 days. So don't do that. The construction adhesive that I told you about, the cure time, it's about 4 hours. The complete cure is like 24 hours. It's all gone. These guys, the construction adhesive that I use over here, you can see it's rubbery solid. But anyway, since I already used the caulk on the greenhouse, I'm not going back and remove them and then recaulk it again. It's just pain in the butt. I'm just gonna wait and see if there's a hole coming up. I'll patch it. So far, it's been, I mean, not that bad. I mean, it's doing great. But anyway, got the trash can in here set up. Now, some of you might be watching this and thinking, what is the thing in the middle? So, for the winter time, it dropped down to 11 degrees here. So I did move the plant in once, and then later I decided to spend more time into a research into how to keep the greenhouse warm. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not against those people who say those work. It might work. Those people say that you have a big black container, use those, put water in it. They will radiate heat in the nighttime. Maybe it'll work if the temperatures just dip down and then come back up really quick. But if it dip down in nighttime, it keeps like that. Those don't radiate heat for any long. And also, in order to have those buckets containers, it will be like huge bucket in here. My greenhouse is small. I'm pretty sure by the time I filled up the whole entire greenhouse with the buckets of hot water with the black buckets, I won't have a place to put my plants. So, just try to be more practical way to do so. And I look online, you can, like I told you guys before, dig a trench and put electric work and connect the wire in here and put a heater in here. Now, space heater, they do run up pretty quick in terms of a cost. And also, if you connect it not correctly, it could trip the breakers and stuff. And also, it's just a lot of work. So I try to get the simplest one and the money saving one, and at the same time, more practical one. So anyway, that's it. I come up with this. You can look online. You can create your own terracotta heater. What terracotta heater does is that basically you're using a candle, okay? You can buy, I see online people say buy Cresco, those vegetable frying oil thing from Walmart for like $6. You can burn like 72 hours, which is awesome. But the thing is, I'd rather buy a already made candle on Amazon. It's like let me show you the white one right here. It's 3 by 6, so 3 inches diameter by 6 inches length. It will burn 72 hours also. The flame is not that strong. That's why you put a candle inside and then cover the pot on top. Well, everybody has a different way of making it, but basically the principle is the heat inside the terracotta pots will, the clay will absorb the heat and radiate it out and keep the greenhouse warm. So, long story short, how effective is it? I brought these plants out after temperature went up to 27 degrees, and I saw the temperature forecast for the rest of the week or two. It's been really great. It's around 30 something. So because it's still under 27, so I kept this one on all night. Close the close the ventilation panel and close the entire greenhouse closed. And the difference in temperature between inside and outside, the outside at nighttime did drop down to 25-ish, and here was 36. So overall, I think it's pretty good. And also, these plants that I have, yes, they are tropical. They can tolerate a little bit drop in temperature. It's not a problem. However, what they are afraid of is, I think most plant expert will agree with me on this. Most plants, when they are afraid of cold, that means cold for a long time. For example, if temperature drop down to 11 degrees and stuck like that for 3 or 4 days, then that sucks. But if it drops down to 11, 12 degrees and then come back up the next morning and then you can drop it down a little bit, those plants usually will be able to recover, okay? Anyway, this is a small greenhouse. The overall cost, I did have someone send me an email say they want to build a greenhouse. What brand do I recommend and what budget do I need to recommend? Honestly, guys, it's really up to you. I mean, if you want to spend $1,000, let's go for it. But what I usually do is anything when I do something is that if you want to spend a certain amount of money, make sure to spend well worth it and get your money worth. I mean, this one I bought it for $300 some, but later I talked to the seller about some of the measurements are wrong and the manual is just not adding up correctly. Some of the orders are wrong and it cost me putting extra material in it. And the seller was pretty cool and refund me about $300. So it refund me more than half the price back. And they say, the person say they just keep it. If you want to throw away, throw away. And to one point, I did thought about throwing away because the measurement not adding up. So the top portion is tilted and everything. So I end up redoing some part of it and using my own screw and just basically force it together. So and then caulked it. And good thing is that there's certain area I use the adhesive um, construction glue for it, which is nice. So far it's been very windy last couple days, and it held up really well. Now, a couple things I do want to point out: if you want to put this greenhouse in the open, it won't stand the wind. The panel's probably going to be lifted out. Now, the reason mine stand the wind is that it's actually surrounded. You can see in the back by the corner is right in the corner, and the back is protected by the fence. So this area is really nice. I mean, plus this area is the flattest little corner in my backyard. So it's pretty nice to have this one in here. Now, back to the propagation, sorry, off topic. I do jump around quite often, so just bear with me. So I did a lot of propagation here, as you can see. We have sweet olive, Chinese perfume tree, sweet olive, and I did took some goji seeds from my wife's herb collection for cooking, so I decided to just try it out. You know, you guys know this when you like plants and when you have a lot of space available, you have a lot of ideas running through your mind. You're just like, and I want to do this, I want to do that. So now, once these propagation, if they are successful, what do I do with them? I'm probably gonna plant them in my backyard or front yard, or just sell it. Couple things to keep in mind about the propagation. I did learn a new things. I propagate before, and successful rate was about 50 maybe to 60%. And now I talked to one of the nursery guys the other day, and we had a long chat. And so he said that most of the time you can use anything to propagate, like any mediums, as long as it's not waterlogged. Sands be a perfect one. Remember, propagation is not about planting the plants. The plants usually don't stay in the propagation environment for long. So as long as we are basically wanting it to develop roots, that's it. So use something that's aerated and have a breathing room, and also not water, not logged. Put it in there. And also when you do the propagation, I make this mistake before, I admit. When you stick a cutting down, I don't stick down all the way down here or all the way down here. Barely an inch or so on the top. And then I don't water these anymore because it has enough moisture to do it. And one thing I do like about sand is later when you take them out, the sand falls off easily, and you have bare roots exposed. And then when you put in your potting medium, the roots already fit in right away into the medium. You know, like sometimes when you do the propagation, after propagation is successful, if you have a certain miracle grass potting mix in there, you typically have to take it out. Either you shake it and repot it, or you don't shake it, you just pot it right away. But for sand, I think it's pretty easy and pretty economical, and it's reusable. And they're down there too. I decided to propagate down there Sakakoa, which I see that 2 years now straight. It survived the winter. The leaves is like, it's not even turning brown at all. It's pure green. So it's not afraid of cold at all. And I do appreciate the one of the viewer recommend this plant to me. And then over here, I did a sample of banana shrub. Banana shrub in the front is also very green. It's not afraid of the winter. However, sweet olive, the ones that I planted, they're doing fine too, but they are taking some damage. But overall, I think all my plants survived the winter. So thanks to that terracotta heater, and also to the greenhouse. So not too bad at all. And I'm pretty sure we'll modify the greenhouse a little bit here and there. Just keep you guys updated. If you have any question, post comment below. I'll see you next time. Take care.